Welcome everybody. My name's Matthew Castle. I'm the Salt Lake City engineer. I'm excited about today. It's not often that we have an opportunity to show you what a road looks like that we're going to reconstruct. If you get a chance, look at the road today. 6 months or in November, come back and you'll see a completely different road.
Hold on one second. Okay.
I would like to acknowledge those here today: Mayor Jackie Biskupski, Community Neighborhoods Department Director Mike Rieberg, Right-of-Way Manager John Coyle, Transportation Division Director John Larson, Staff Construction Vice President of Operations Dale Warren, and Gladiola Street Project Superintendent Rio Honecker. We will hear briefly from the Mayor and Mike Rieberg, and then we will be available for questions after. Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you everyone for being here. This is the start of Salt Lake City's new look and feel. I'm very excited about what's happening. We are here to announce the list of road reconstruction projects our engineering division will complete this year, which includes this road right here, Gladiola Street, our largest project in 2018. As you know, a $5 million fund has been set aside for this year's budget for the roads, and we have pledged some of that funding from previous fiscal cycles as well. None of this funding is part of the recent sales tax increase. Hold on. This is part of why we are out here. As you can see, this road is used quite heavily. We have a lot of businesses out here with heavy vehicles utilizing this space. I think we see about 3,000 vehicles a year on this road alone. So part of what we're trying to do is show back to the community what is happening with their taxpayer dollars. I know. Can you hear me all right? Yes. So, part of the exciting piece of what you're seeing is what is possible. And what is possible when your team sets out a strategic plan to help us bring our roads up to a better quality, to help us understand our roads so that we know where we have to do a complete rebuild like this and where we have to go to help maintain our roads so we don't end up here like we are today. Hang on one second.
Practicing for short sound bites.
Oh, I'm telling you. Oh, you'll weave it all together. I know that. With the support of Salt Lake City residents, this year we passed a half-cent sales tax increase. The increase will allow us to double our efforts in maintaining our roads and keeping them from falling in disrepair like you see here today. 2/3 of our city's roads are rated as poor or failing. This is a $200 million problem. But our team at Salt Lake City has been very strategic in creating a path forward for us. That strategic plan does include some of the sales tax increase funding moving forward, but it also includes a bond that we will see on the November ballot this year. The $87 million bond that is proposed currently has the support of Salt Lake City residents, and we are very grateful for that support. It is that bond that will help us rip up roads that need complete reconstruction. And it will increase our opportunities to remove roads like this that are so poorly, that are at such a poor grade of quality. And we have several of those in our city. So the $87 million bond hopefully will pass as the residents go to the polls this fall and help us implement our 10-year plan. Maintenance plus reconstruction. That is what is needed, and we have the funding sources in front of us waiting for final passage in November, and hopefully we will see our $87 million bond pass. When Salt Lake City reconstructs our roads, we do so in a strategic manner. Not only will we upgrade this road, we will do the sidewalks, the utility, the drainage, and we will be adding bike lanes. We will also be adding 40 new trees along the corridor. These investments are what will make our community the community we have been wanting. One that allows for all modes of transportation, one that allows for our community to help clear our air with additional trees, and one that allows for us to do this work safely and to travel much more safely. I want to thank Matt Cassell, John Coyle, John Larson, Dale Warren of Stapp Construction, and Rio Honecker for your leadership on this. Without you, we would not be here today. I'm very grateful to you. Thank you so much for coming together as a team to make this happen. I will turn my time over to Mike Reberg. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you all for coming out here today. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come join us with what I think we in the construction and engineering business, this is a celebration as we get to mark another road project underway. If you take a look around, you can see a sense of what's happening in Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City is booming, and it's booming not only with the kind of commerce that's happening in Salt Lake City, the kind of developments that are occurring, the manufacturing, the distribution activities that are happening. But we're also booming because more and more people are coming into Salt Lake City as well. And with that growth, with this kind of activity, especially out here on the west side, we need a specific kind of road reconstruction. That's why our main project this year is the Gladiola Street project, 4 blocks long, really to reconstruct this area, this road, to create a better, more suited road for the commerce that's taking place out here, and will promote and create the opportunity for future growth out here. We are doing this type of road is our biggest one here, but on this list here you can see the other road reconstruction projects that are going on. These are reconstruction projects in other parts of the city, different type of reconstruction, but the kind of things that are taking place throughout the city, and the pavement preservation projects that are the maintenance side of work that the city does through the Public Services Department and the Streets Department that really works on maintaining the quality of our existing roads. So this kind of work needs to happen. It needs to happen throughout the city. The mayor touched on the need for more dollars being invested into our reconstruction efforts. And that is the work that the bond that folks in the city have been focused on, with the potential GO bond later this year for more reconstruction of roads like this and others throughout the city. In the background, there's been a lot of work and some engagement going on, talking to the community, talking to neighborhoods about this bond. This is an important endeavor as we move forward through the process. Liz Bueller, raise your hand. She heads our civic engagement team. You can talk to her about the work that the city's doing in talking to the community and the city about the engagement for the bond, an essential step through this process. Other than that, thank you very much. I think we'll answer some questions But at first, I think we're going to get started and get to work on this project. So, Mayor?
Yeah, are we going to break some ground?
I think we're going to break some ground.